Hey everyone, it's Dr. Mike here. Today we're diving into a crucial topic that could save your life or the life of someone you love. We're talking about the silent signs of a heart attack. You know, the classic symptoms: crushing chest pain, shooting down the arm. But did you know that sometimes heart attacks can be much more subtle? That's right, they can sneak up on you without the Hollywood drama. That's why it's so important to be aware of the less obvious signs, the ones that often get brushed off or mistaken for something else. So, let's break down 10 silent heart attack signs you absolutely shouldn't ignore. We all experience fatigue from time to time, right? It's a common part of life, something we all go through. Whether it's due to a long day at work, a tough workout, or just the hustle and bustle of daily life, feeling tired is something we can all relate to. A long day at work, a tough workout, chasing after the kids, it takes a toll. Our bodies get worn out, and we need rest to recover. But what if the fatigue doesn't go away, even after you've had a chance to rest? But when fatigue comes on suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, or if it's severe and persistent, it's a major red flag. This kind of tiredness isn't just about needing a nap or a good night's sleep. Think about it. Your heart is a muscle, and just like any other muscle in your body, it needs oxygen to function properly. When it doesn't get enough oxygen, it can't perform its job efficiently. When your heart isn't getting enough oxygen-rich blood, one of the first things you might experience is overwhelming fatigue. This isn't just being tired, it's a deep, bone-weary exhaustion that doesn't go away with rest. This isn't the kind of tiredness that goes away after a good night's sleep. It's persistent and can affect your daily life in significant ways. This is a deep, unrelenting exhaustion that can make even the simplest tasks feel impossible. You might find it hard to concentrate, feel overwhelmed by routine activities, or struggle to get out of bed. So, if you're feeling unusually tired, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms on this list, don't hesitate to get it checked out. Your heart health is crucial, and it's always better to be safe than sorry. Now, shortness of breath can be caused by a whole host of things, from a stuffy nose to a panic attack. But when it comes to your heart, it's a sign you never want to ignore. Imagine your heart as a pump working tirelessly to circulate blood throughout your body. When a heart attack strikes, that pump can become weak and inefficient, making it harder for your lungs to get the oxygen they need. The result? You guessed it, shortness of breath. This feeling of not being able to catch your breath, even when you're at rest, can be a telltale sign that something is wrong with your heart. Don't brush it off, especially if it comes on suddenly or worsens with activity. We've all been there, that uncomfortable feeling of indigestion or nausea after a big meal. But when these symptoms strike out of the blue, or if they're persistent and don't respond to your usual remedies, it's time to pay attention. Believe it or not, heart attack pain can sometimes radiate to the upper abdomen, mimicking the feeling of indigestion or heartburn. This is because the nerves that supply the heart and the stomach overlap, making it tricky for your brain to pinpoint the source of the pain. So, if you're experiencing persistent indigestion or nausea, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms like sweating or shortness of breath, don't just reach for the antacids. Get yourself to a doctor ASAP. Jaw pain, neck pain, and even back pain, these are common complaints that many of us experience from time to time. Often we attribute these discomforts to stress, poor posture, or just the wear and tear of everyday life. But what if I told you that these seemingly ordinary aches and pains could be silent signs of something much more serious, like a heart attack? Yes, it's true. Heart attack pain can be quite the traveler, often radiating to areas you might not immediately associate with your heart. You see, the pain from a heart attack can start in your chest and then move to your jaw, neck, and back. It can even travel down your arms, making it difficult to pinpoint the exact source of the discomfort. This phenomenon, known as referred pain, occurs because the nerves that carry signals from your heart and these other areas all converge in the spinal cord. So if you're experiencing pain in these areas, especially if it's unusual, persistent, or doesn't seem to have a clear cause, and if it's accompanied by other symptoms like shortness of breath, sweating, or nausea, it's crucial not to ignore it. Don't just assume it's a pulled muscle or a stiff neck. These could be warning signs that your heart is in distress. Get it checked out by a medical professional as soon as possible. Early detection can make all the difference. Remember, your body has ways of telling you when something is wrong. Listen to it and take action to protect your heart. Dizziness or lightheadedness, that feeling of faintness or unsteadiness, can be caused by a variety of factors, from dehydration to low blood sugar. But when it comes to your heart, it's a warning sign you shouldn't take lightly. Remember how we talked about your heart being a pump? Well, when that pump isn't working efficiently, it can lead to a drop in blood pressure, reducing blood flow to your brain. This lack of oxygen to the brain can cause you to feel dizzy or lightheaded. If you experience sudden dizziness or lightheadedness, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms like chest discomfort or shortness of breath, seek immediate medical attention. We sweat when we exercise, when it's hot outside, or when we are nervous. But sweating can also be a sign of a heart attack, especially when it occurs without an obvious trigger. During a heart attack, your body goes into fight or flight mode, releasing adrenaline and other stress hormones. These hormones can cause you to break out in a cold sweat, even if you're not physically exerting yourself. Pay attention to how you're feeling. If you're experiencing sudden, unexplained sweating, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms like chest pain or shortness of breath, don't hesitate to seek medical help. Chapter 7. Swelling, the telltale puffiness. Swelling, also known as edema, occurs when fluid builds up in your body's tissues. While it can be caused by a number of things, like standing for long periods or certain medications, swelling in your legs, ankles, or feet can also be a sign of heart failure. When your heart isn't pumping efficiently, it can cause fluid to back up in your veins, leading to swelling in your lower extremities. This type of swelling is often accompanied by other symptoms like shortness of breath, fatigue, and rapid weight gain. If you notice unexplained swelling, especially if it's persistent or accompanied by other symptoms on this list, it's crucial to see your doctor to rule out any underlying heart conditions. Chapter 8. Irregular heartbeat. Listen to your heart's rhythm. Your heart should beat in a regular, steady rhythm. While occasional palpitations or skipped beats are usually harmless, a persistent irregular heartbeat, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms, can be a sign of a heart problem. During a heart attack, the electrical signals that control your heartbeat can become disrupted, leading to an irregular rhythm. This arrhythmia can range from a rapid fluttering in your chest to a slow, pounding sensation. If you notice any changes in your heart rhythm, especially if they're persistent or accompanied by other symptoms like dizziness or shortness of breath, it's essential to get checked out by a medical professional. Chapter 9. Sleep disturbances. Tossing and turning could be more than just stress. We all have trouble sleeping from time to time, but if you're consistently experiencing sleep disturbances, it could be a sign of an underlying health issue, including heart problems. Studies have shown a link between sleep disturbances such as difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or early morning awakenings, and an increased risk of heart disease. While the exact connection is still being studied, it's thought that sleep deprivation can contribute to inflammation and other factors that damage your heart. If you're struggling to get a good night's sleep, especially if it's a new or worsening problem, it's important to talk to your doctor to rule out any underlying medical conditions, including heart issues. Chapter 10. Anxiety or sense of impending doom. When your mind is trying to tell you something, anxiety and a sense of impending doom are often associated with panic attacks or other mental health conditions. These feelings can be overwhelming and may come on suddenly, leaving you feeling out of control and frightened. However, these feelings can also be warning signs of a heart attack, especially when they occur without an obvious trigger. It's important to recognize that your body might be trying to alert you to a serious issue. During a heart attack, your body releases a surge of stress hormones, which can trigger feelings of anxiety, fear, and a sense that something is terribly wrong. This physiological response is your body's way of signaling that immediate action is needed. These feelings can be so intense that some people describe them as a feeling of impending doom. This sense of dread is not just psychological, but a real physical reaction to the body's distress. If you're experiencing sudden, unexplained anxiety or a sense of impending doom, especially if it's accompanied by other symptoms on this list, don't dismiss it as just stress. Symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, or dizziness should never be ignored. Seek immediate medical attention to rule out a heart attack or other serious medical condition. Early intervention can be crucial in preventing severe outcomes and ensuring your health and safety. Outro: stay safe, stay informed. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you or someone you know is experiencing any of these symptoms, don't hesitate to seek medical attention. Your health is your wealth. Early detection and treatment are crucial when it comes to heart health, so don't ignore the signs. Listen to your body, and if something doesn't feel right, get it checked out. Stay informed, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.